to defend American families. Senator Murray.
Well, never in my time in the Senate have I seen a president cause so much chaos and panic and damage in such a short amount of time, as President Trump has caused with his brazen and illegal move to freeze federal grants across the government and across the country. The Trump administration, through a combination of sheer incompetence, cruel intentions, and a willful disregard of the law, caused real harm and chaos for millions over the span of just 48 hours. But we learned something important. When the American people speak out with one voice, when regular people stand up, it makes a difference. This victory belongs to everyone who raised their voice. But make no mistake, the fight is far from over. My phone was ringing off the hook, and it still is. You know, everyday Americans actually understand that a freeze like this would hurt them, cause serious problems in their lives, and make their lives worse. Homeless shelters kicking out kids, clinical trials getting canceled, child care providers laying people off, roads and bridges not getting built, cops not getting hired. You know, while people like Elon Musk may not feel the pain of a single one of those cuts or delays, everyday Americans who work hard every day expect a fair shake and expect the government to be there when it counts. They knew this would be catastrophic. But again, and please understand this, the fight is not over. Because even though after the intense outcry from the American people, Trump has now admitted this was a colossal mistake by rescinding the guidance, the threat, the chaos, the panic can't just be wiped away. We have a lot of work to do right now to make sure all the funding now actually does get moving again. This is not like turning on a light switch. And as we just saw through the chaotic rollout, it's complicated stuff. So we will all be watching very closely to make sure the funds get to where they belong ASAP. And even afterwards, no one is forgetting what they just tried to do and what they are still doing. Make no mistake, the Trump administration is still illegally holding up billions of dollars across the federal government through their day one executive order. You don't have to take my word for it. The White House press secretary just said, and I quote, "This is not a rescission of the federal funding freeze. The president's executive orders on federal funding remain in full force and effect and will be rigorously implemented." That means they are still blocking investments Congress passed into law to help our communities. They are still blocking things like international aid, clean air and water projects, investments in new clean energy jobs, and a lot of other projects funded by the bipartisan infrastructure law, which Trump is stopping with his illegal executive orders. And aside from the fact they have not stopped blocking this funding illegally, their blatant attempt this week to illegally freeze trillions more in one fell swoop is, mark my words, a clear sign of what is to come. More lawless cuts, more chaos, more pain for our families. Trump has made it clear he's not going to stop unless Congress and the American people make clear we are not going to stand for this. And we have an opportunity now to make that clear when we vote on Russ Vought's nomination to be budget director. He is the chief architect of Project 2025, which left its digital fingerprints all over the illegal OMB guidance that was issued. This is a man who time and again has refused to say he will follow the law, including to me and to many others directly. Every lawmaker who doesn't want to see funds that they work to secure for their state, funds they know their families are counting on, ripped away, must vote no, and that's a start. But as long as the Trump administration is illegally holding back funds and harming families, this fight is not over. I and all of my colleagues will keep working to hold this administration accountable, make sure our communities get the resources they are owed, and make certain President Trump follows the law as intended by Congress.
Thank you, Senator Murray. Yes, Mr. Hill.